I'm creating a remote control car that needs 2 gears, a driver, and a driven, and I'm going to show you how I made it. These are all the equations that I used on this project. I created a spreadsheet. I'm going to show you it in a second. These are all the equations. This relationship is also very important, and these are the basic dimensions. To make my life easier, I created this spreadsheet. I only inputted the speed ratio, the number of teeth, and the pitch diameter. And using the equations that I just showed you, I created a spreadsheet and it gives me all of the dimensions. It will be attached to this video. After collecting all of my dimensions, I opened Onshape. This works with any CAD software. I just use Onshape because it's the one that I'm most familiar with. I started by creating all of these circles to limit where I was going to construct my teeth. After limiting all of the diameters and heights, I started building the gear. The top of the gear I set as 0.2 based on the thickness found on the equations. I'm setting the limitations for the semicircle that's going to be the teeth. Here I made it with regular lines because I'm going to delete them all in a second. You can use construction lines to make your life easier. This needs to be very perfect because I'm going to 3D print all of these in a second. So I created a circle with 0.5 diameter, and that's where I'm going to create the base of the pitch of the gear. Now that half of the pattern is done, just mirror that to the other side. And we're going to use circular pattern to make 72 more of those. Here I'm using a semicircle to connect the top. The dimensions of the teeth are the same for both driven and driver gears, so this is the same process for both. Here I'm creating the driven, that's why it's 72 teeth now in the circular pattern. Now I'm just connecting the bottom of the beginning and the end of each tooth, also using a circular pattern to make that all the way through. My shaft is 2 millimeters diameter, so now I'm just going to create that in the middle before I extrude it. I set the extrusion as 3 millimeters, and now you already have your gear and it's ready for assembly.